Hi everyone. Before seeing this video, please subscribe my channel. In this video, we will see general characteristics of Old, Middle and Modern English. The history of English language divided into three main periods. First one, Old English or Anglo-Saxon, 7th century to 11th century, that is 600 to 1100 AD. Second one, Middle English, 11th century to 15th century, that is 1100 to 1500 AD. The last one, Modern English or New English, 15th century to present day, that is 1500 AD onwards. Old English period started from the end of the 7th century to the beginning of the 12th century. This period is called Old English or Anglo-Saxon period. So another name of Old English is Anglo-Saxon. Britain's language was Celtic and Romans' language was Latin. When Romans landed in Britain, Celtic language mixed with Latin language. After Romans' influence, three tribes from northern descent, they attacked Britain. The conquest of the Germanic tribes that took place in 445 AD and the war ended in 600 AD. Later they settled in Britain. Three tribes from northern descent, which I have mentioned in the previous slide, and they are the Anglo-Saxons and Jutes, and they were the Germanic settlers of Romanized Britain. After the settlement of Germanic tribes, Britons ran away to Welsh, Scotland and Ireland. 90% of the Angles and Saxons only, so it means only 10% Britons. So the Angles and Saxons were the majority to establish their power to settle down in Britain. England derived its name from Angle land and the people were called English. It was called by King Alfred. Celtic was the only language spoken by the Briton before the arrival of Germanic tribes. Since the Roman occupation of Britain, it lasted until 7th century. Latin was the language used by the ruling class and upper class people. Celtic language continued to be used by the common people. The Romans, focusing upon establishing their coins, and they appointed governor to rule their territory and preached their customs and plundered the wealth of Britain, that is, they looted the wealth of Britain. The important features of Old English: it is homogeneous in nature. It borrowed words from Latin and Old Norse. Another name of Old Norse, Scandinavian. Old Norse was so closely related to the Old English language. So Anglo-Saxon or Old English remained a pure and unmixed language. It is a full of inflectional system. I have mentioned few examples here. Inflectional system example: the pronoun like he, him, is, and the inflectional endings include s, es, and ing and ed. This s and es changed a noun from singular to plural, and the inflectional endings ing and ed changed the tenses of verb like eat, eating, walk, walked. There were 4 case endings for noun and adjectives. That is, nouns, pronouns, adjectives and determinants were fully inflected with 4 grammatical cases. They are nominative, accusative, genitive and dative. These are the Latin terms. In the Old English period, it's a fuller verbal endings, only strong verbs. For example, sing, sang, sung, write, wrote, written. The basic paradigm, that is examples of the Old English: strong masculine noun, stone. So in the Old English period, the word stone comes under the masculine noun. Later in Modern English, it has changed. Look at the example here, how the word stone inflected from singular to plural with the 4 grammatical cases. No silent syllables were found in pronunciation in the Old English, so they pronounce the word as it is. Syntax, it means the sentence structure. It's a free word order. So there is no proper sentence structure in the Old English period and no clear representation between sounds and letters in the language. And there were 4 dialects were spoken in the Old English period, and they are Kentish, West Saxon, Mercian, Northumbrian. Kentish or Kent, West Saxon dialect used in south of Thames, and Mercian spoken by Angles and Northumbrian spoken by Angles. But among these 4 dialects, West Saxon only suggested by King Alfred, and it was accepted in the 10th century as the vernacular language, and many literary works written in this West Saxon dialect and even translated from other dialects to West Saxon dialect. When this West Saxon dialect was spoken in the cities like Gloucester, Somerset and Devon. Here the Middle English period, exactly it starts from 1050 to 1450. So Middle English period, it started with the 12th century to end of the 15th century. Middle English began with the Norman conquest. In 1066, that William of Normandy, who is known as William the Conqueror, with 60,000 Normans, they were landed on the English soil. After their arrival, English became a hybrid or mixed language. In this period, vast changes in vocabulary we noticed. The Normans were originally none other than, and they are Scandinavian Vikings. French was the foreign tongue that Normans brought to England with them. When they landed on the English soil, they brought French language with them. Thus, French became the language of the king's court, nobility, learned profession, aristocrats and the law courts. So, French language used all those places. While the upper classes relied on French language and the rural and the lower class people, they had spoken only English language. During the end of the 13th century and the beginning of the 14th century, that the French language was losing its power over English. Finally, in 1399, Henry IV ascended the English crown, and England for the first time after the Norman conquest, that is 1066, acquired a king whose mother tongue was English. 4 dialects in this Middle English period, that is Northern, West Midland, East Midland and Southern. Among these 4 dialects, the popular dialect of Middle English period was the East Midland, because the 2 great universities like Cambridge and Oxford popularized this dialect, and even scholars also used this dialect for their literary work. And even East Midland dialect used in many literary works. Chaucer and other great writers adopted this East Midland dialect. William Caxton printed his earliest book in the East Midland dialect only. So for all these reasons, the East Midland dialect became popular in the Middle English period. The important features of Middle English period, it began with the Norman conquest in 1066. It became hybrid, and we notice the considerable changes in vocabulary that were found due to the Scandinavian and Norman influences. French cultural influences that replaced the English homogeneous nature. The foreign tongue, French influenced more than the Germanic tongue, Norse. The inflections were reduced in the Middle English, and it is known as the period of leveled inflections. Word order became less free to encourage prepositions and periphrases. So here periphrases means use of more words to say something than or necessary. For example, the phrase the dog's hair used as the hair of the dog, because to encourage the periphrases. There was confusion and uncertainty in Middle English spelling. The introduction of some continental spelling by French, it led to the loss of common or standard dialect in Middle English. There was no successor for the popular West Saxon dialect, which was very popular in the Old English, but in the Middle English it lost its past glory. In this Middle English period, Latin language was used by learned people and French for aristocrats and English for vernacular. A set of spoken English dialects were used by commercial classes, and some educated, they are distinct from local tongue which was used in the street. This dialect spoken by flower girls, which was known as Cockney in modern English. The East Anglican trade in wool and cloth caused London to have close connection with East Midland dialects. That is, London is the center of commercial, political, social and ecclesiastical life. In London, everyone used East Midland dialect. So, East Midland dialect, it's become so popular. And the modern received standard English, it was descended from East Midland dialect only and not from the King Alfred's West Saxon. In the 16th century, England began to provide the whole country with written language. So the written language started with the 16th century. In the Middle English period ended with the introduction of printing press in England by William Caxton in the year 1476. The last one, Modern English or New English period. It starts with 1500 AD onwards, and Modern English period from beginning of the 16th century to present day. This period witnessed the four remarkable events in history. They are Renaissance, Reformation, invention of printing press, and the discovery of America. These four great events impacted on the English language. The Modern English period was divided into two: Early Modern English and Later Modern English. Early Modern English starts from 1450 to 1700 and end of the reign of King Henry VII to accession of Queen Anne, and Later Modern English, it begins with 1700 onwards. In this period, we can notice the vast vocabulary and spelling also fixed one, and there were marked changes in pronunciation and rigid word order, that is fixed word order, and numerous Latin words from the influence of Renaissance from Italy. This period is known as lost inflections. Fixation of word order follows the inflectional loss as well as the development in prepositions. There was a complete transformation of pronunciation of its vowel, which is the very important feature of Modern English. So this is very important one. Its spelling is largely symbolic of thoughts and things rather than a phonetic representation of the actual sounds of the words. So that is unphonetic. This unphonetic spelling of Modern English is called ideographic or symbolic of thoughts and things. So these are the important features of Old, Middle and Modern English. Thank you.